The concept of introduction to the cosmic origins myths serves as a gateway to understanding the intricate tapestry of myths that civilizations across the globe have woven in an attempt to explain the origins of the universe. These myths, serving as a bridge between the known and the unknown, provide cultural contexts that reflect humanity's quest for understanding purpose, existence, and the divine. By examining these stories, we unlock insights into the ancient mindsets and shared ideologies that stretch across continents and generations. The importance of this point lies in its universality. While modern science offers empirical explanations, these myths satisfy a different human need, the need for narrative and meaning. Exploring cosmic origin myths reveals much about human nature and our intrinsic need to contextualize our existence within a larger cosmic framework. For example, the Babylonian Enuma Elish narrates a cosmic battle that forms the world from chaos, highlighting the human tendency to view creation through the lens of conflict and order. Meanwhile, the Norse myth of Ymir depicts creation from the body of a primordial giant, emphasizing themes of sacrifice and transformation. In terms of real-world applications, these myths influence art and literature, inspiring creativity and storytelling techniques that resonate even with modern audiences. They also inform cultural practices and values. For example, many agricultural societies align their planting cycles with celestial events, inspired by myths, showing how deeply these stories influence daily life and survival practices. Scholars often argue that these myths transcend mere storytelling. They are archetypes, as suggested by Carl Jung, giving form to the collective unconscious. However, alternative viewpoints challenge the authenticity of interpreting myths solely as psychological or spiritual reflections. Critics argue that imposing modern interpretations can distort the original cultural contexts. Challenges also arise in reconciling myth with scientific narratives. Where myths embrace the mystical and inexplicable, science demands evidence and reason. This can lead to controversies, particularly in educational settings, where mythological and scientific worldviews might clash. Nevertheless, this point seamlessly intertwines with other aspects of the main topic. By deciphering these myths, we not only gain knowledge of ancient cosmologies, but also observe how these narratives influence contemporary attitudes towards astronomy, religion, and philosophy. They invite us to ponder our place in the universe, encouraging a continuous dialogue between myth and science as we seek understanding in an ever-expanding cosmos. Ancient myths and their cosmic symbolism serve as the narrative vessels through which civilizations have attempted to understand and explain the mysteries of the universe. These myths often use symbolic language, drawing on celestial bodies and cosmic events to convey deeper meanings about human existence, morality, and the cosmos itself. The significance of this point in relation to hidden in myth, the truth behind the cosmic origins, lies in its illumination of how ancient cultures interpreted the skies, often blending observable astronomical phenomena with imaginative storytelling to form narratives that have persisted through time. One prominent example is the constellation of Orion, steeped in myth across different cultures. In Greek mythology, Orion is a great hunter placed among the stars by Zeus. This myth not only gives the constellation a narrative context, but also reflects on themes of heroism and human ambition. Similarly, Native American legends often associate the Pleiades star cluster with themes of renewal and rebirth, linking celestial patterns to the rhythms of nature and human life. These interpretations foster a sense of connection between humanity and the cosmos, highlighting the intrinsic human desire to find meaning in the universe's vastness. Opinions supporting this idea suggest that myths offer a timeless link to humanity's earliest technologically unmediated encounters with the heavens. Scholars argue that these stories are not mere fiction. They are cultural artifacts that encode astronomical knowledge and reflect the philosophical and existential inquiries of ancient societies. However, potential challenges arise in distinguishing between symbolic meanings and historical fact, as interpretations can vary greatly across cultures and eras. For some, these myths are pure allegory, while others might see them as semi-historical records of celestial observations. Controversially, modern skepticism may question the reliability and relevance of ancient myths in revealing cosmic truths, advocating a strictly empirical approach to understanding the universe. Yet, this viewpoint may overlook the value of myth as a cultural and historical lens through which we can explore human thought and its connection to the cosmos. Ancient myths with cosmic symbolism are not isolated from other aspects of the main topic. They influence contemporary storytelling, science, and philosophy, offering a bridge between humanity's past perceptions of the cosmos and today's scientific understanding. By exploring these myths, we gain insight into how our ancestors interpreted celestial mysteries and sowed the seeds for modern cosmology, preserving the symbiotic relationship between myth and science in humanity's quest to comprehend the universe. The concept of scientific discoveries corroborating mythical narratives delves into the fascinating intersection where modern science and ancient myths converge, revealing underlying truths that were once veiled in allegory. It suggests that some narratives, once dismissed as mere folklore, may be rooted in factual occurrences, natural phenomena, or even early human understanding of the cosmos that science is now beginning to unpack. This point is significant in the discussion of cosmic origins because it illustrates how human cultures, irrespective of their technological or scientific advancement, have attempted to make sense of the universe. Often, these myths encapsulated nascent scientific ideas expressed through storytelling. For instance, the myth of Pangu from Chinese cosmology describes the creation of the world from chaos and the formation of the earth and sky, which echoes modern scientific concepts of the universe's evolution from a singular, chaotic point, akin to the Big Bang theory. Similarly, the Greek myth of the heliocentric model where Helios, the sun god, drives his chariot across the sky, prefigures our understanding of the solar system's heliocentric arrangement where planets orbit the sun, which wasn't scientifically codified until Copernicus. Supporters of the idea that scientific discoveries corroborate mythical narratives argue that myths are not just fantasy, they contain embedded knowledge of natural phenomena passed down through generations. Myths serve as cultural vessels that carried empirical observations in a pre-scientific age. They claim that this blend of narrative and nascent scientific understanding enriches our appreciation for both disciplines and emphasizes a shared human quest for knowledge. However, there are challenges and controversies surrounding this perspective. Skeptics point out that aligning myths with science can lead to overinterpretation or selective evidence to fit contemporary scientific paradigms. Myths are multifaceted and often symbolic rather than literal interpretations of natural events. Furthermore, some anthropologists argue that placing too much scientific emphasis on myth risks undermining their cultural, spiritual, and historical significance by stripping them of context and reducing them merely to proto-scientific anecdotes. This concept influences the broader topic of cosmic origins by emphasizing the timeless human endeavor to comprehend the universe. By acknowledging the entwined paths of mythology and science, we not only gain insights into ancient human thought processes, but also foster a deeper understanding of our current scientific paradigms. It challenges us to reflect on the narratives we craft today and contemplate which might endure to parallel scientific discoveries in the future. The comparative analysis of different cultural myths involves examining and contrasting the myths from various cultures to uncover common themes, unique perspectives, and the potential truth behind these cosmic origin stories. Myths have long served as a lens through which people interpret the universe, offering explanations for the creation of the world, existence, and human purpose. This segment of the exploration into hidden in myth, the truth behind the cosmic origins, is pivotal because it enables us to delve into the profound ways in which humans from disparate cultures have attempted to make sense of the cosmos and their place within it. Understanding cultural myths is significant as these narratives often reflect the values, beliefs, and scientific understandings or misunderstandings of the societies that birthed them. For instance, the Maori creation myth tells of Ranginui and Papatuānuku, the Sky Father and Earth Mother, whose separation by their children brought light to the world. In contrast, the Norse myth of Ymir describes a primordial giant whose body gave rise to the earth, sea, and sky. Analyzing these myths side by side reveals recurrent motifs, such as a primordial being or pair and the emergence of light from darkness, suggesting a shared human endeavor to grapple with the mystery of existence. Beyond storytelling, these myths possess real-world applications, particularly in how societies shape their worldview and ethical systems. For example, indigenous myths, like those from African or Native American traditions, often place humans within a broader ecological community, fostering a deep respect for nature that informs contemporary environmental initiatives. Similarly, mythic narratives underpin certain religious practices and cultural rituals worldwide, influencing everything from politics to social norms. There are scholars and thinkers who advocate for the continued study of myths, such as Joseph Campbell, who emphasized the shared hero's journey in myths and its relevance to personal development and understanding human psychology. However, challenges arise in the comparison and interpretation of myths, including cultural appropriation and the potential loss of context when myths are removed from their native cultures. Also, some argue that focusing on similarities might overlook the rich, culturally specific details that make each myth unique. Ultimately, this comparative analysis connects to the broader exploration of cosmic origins by suggesting that, despite cultural differences, there's a universal quest to comprehend the cosmos. These myths may hold kernels of truth about our past and perhaps even insights into our future, encouraging us not only to ponder our origins, but also to envision how these ancient stories can inform our present and future endeavors in seeking greater cosmic understanding.